My people wonder they say shall never end. They said there is serious tension in the palace right now. Allegedly, they said everyone is in fear. And this is because of what happened in the palace recently. They said both the elders, the women, the children, all the palace community, they were all shocked. In as much as somebody can buy at any time, but they said this particular man that died, what happens to him is like a dream to others, and they are afraid because a lot of people believe so much that it is Ogunjaye, but nobody can tell because he wasn't. They said, I don't know if Ogunjaye have visited him, but one thing about him is that they said yesterday, before this thing happened, that he was seen enjoying, very healthy. He wasn't sick at all. There was no sign of a weakness. There is nothing. But according to the reason why these people are crying, begging Kabiyesi to please lock up this Ogunjaye again, they said Ogunjaye no dey show mercy. If Ogunjaye show himself to you and you continue in your evil ways, the next one, he will buy you instantly. It doesn't show any form of mercy or keep warning you, or he is not that type of deity that you can go and do some appeasement ritual so that you stop seeing it or it will not visit you again. They say people that tried, they did not live to tell the story. So they say when this man died, the man in question, as at yesterday, he was drinking palm wine with other elders. They were laughing, they were gisting and all of that. But one thing that they said that made Kabiyesi not to worry himself much when the information got to them is because the man in question is one of those who will do anything humanly possible just to make sure that Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi did not come back together. And a lot of people said he is related to Ebony. In as much as he's not a direct uncle, but when you trace it, that he is related to Ebony through the father, through the mother. And he is one person that have never believed that Ebony have done anything wrong ever since this whole drama started. And when Kabiyesi gave Ebony that second option of leaving the palace and not returning until he said so, you know, they said it was this man who came out to say that Kabiyesi is practicing banishment using his own wife, Ebony, that it is a complete banishment. Remember they said, Kabiyesi said, allegedly, go back to your base. You can only come to the palace when I said so. And when you come, I will be the one to tell you how long you are going to stay and how your activities are going to be inside my palace. But that does not stop you from coming to your family house if you want to. If it is banishment, they will not allow her to set foot in the land at all until Kabiyesi says so. But Kabiyesi said you have the right to come and see your family. You have the right to enter the place anytime, but my palace is not part of it. They said this man carried it on top of his head, saying that Kabiyesi is practicing banishment, that this is not fair. That why would Kabiyesi wants to banish Ebony because of Queen Naomi? Queen Naomi that is not even from the land. Queen Naomi that went on social media to disgrace Kabiyesi. Why would Kabiyesi do this? They said the way the man was going about it, a lot of people started asking, is this man telling Ebony all that Ebony is doing in the palace or what? Because it is too much. You know that Ebony have committed a lot. They want to remove immunity. You guys stand. You stood your ground insisting that immunity will not be removed. Okay, Kabiyesi gave second option that she should go if she doesn't want the immunity to be removed. And yet, you stood against that decision too. Then, and these are the things that prompted Kabiyesi into releasing that Ogunjaye. And when the Kabiyesi released Ogunjaye, the same man they said have made some comments that Kabiyesi is in a war with his own wives, the people that he paid his own their bride price. That what kind of a king does that? There is nothing they say Kabiyesi do that this man fancy. Anything that Kabiyesi do, whether good or bad, he must find fault in it. As long as Kabiyesi is talking about Queen Naomi. And I say, now, wow, maybe the man is a wizard, those people that flies at night. Because if not, because I don't think he have had a personal encounter with Queen Naomi. Maybe Queen Naomi's prayer, or he is one of those people that Queen Naomi's prayer doesn't allow to do their night activities and all of that. So when this person died the way they said he died mysteriously, just went to bed and never wake up. And people were like, what happened to him? What exactly? Assuming he has been complaining of Ogunjaye, maybe they will say it's Ogunjaye. Or maybe he have been seeing the Ogunjaye, but he doesn't want to talk so that people will not see him as one of those evil elders that are causing problem to the palace and the palace activities. But that is not to say that he was not among those that are agitating that Kabiyesi should lock up Ogunjaye. They say he is one of those who have been insisting, telling Kabiyesi that this is not fair. How could you go and release Ogunjaye all because of women, ordinary women that you married? They see them as ordinary women, and yet some of these elders use those ordinary women to achieve a whole lot. Yes, if not that the gods are with Kabiyesi. During that time that they used blow blow to take away his protective charm, if not that the gods are with him, they would have done something to him that maybe today the story would have been a different thing altogether. But they said, whom gods have chosen, they will equip. The gods have chosen him and they have equipped him. And I also believe that even though Queen Naomi is not in the palace, he still gets revelations about Kabiyesi and he still prays for him. Because Kabiyesi remain her son's father and her only true love. So there is no how they will not be showing her everything that is happening in the life of Kabiyesi. And she will be intervening spiritually, because if not that the gods are with Kabiyesi, these people would have pushed Kabiyesi in a corner, where maybe he will be answering the king, but they will be the ones making decision in the palace. So calling them ordinary women, they are not ordinary women. They are agents or tools in the hands of these elders. So when this thing happened, they said everyone was shocked. People have been asking questions upon questions. What happened? What really happened? Did he, But the people that know what happened, they will know. Because they said when the news got to Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi was not bothered. Kabiyesi already knew that this man must have a hand in something that is not good. And that is why Ogunjaye decided to do its job. Maybe Kabiyesi know, but others, they said, did not know. But they are worried. People are worried. Elders are running helter-skelter. Because they need to know what happens to the man so that they will be careful on their own. They said the women are shouting, what happened, and all of that. Anyways, that is what we are hearing if the information is true. Don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Follow my page and give this video a thumbs up. I love you guys. Bye. See you.